Hoy vamos a aprender 50 palabras o frases que se pueden usar o que probablemente van a escuchar durante una entrevista de trabajo. Les vamos a dar ejemplos y vamos a hablar un poquito de cómo se usan. ¿Ok? Comencemos. First word.
Accountable. 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 Accountable.
Responsable. We do have another word that is responsible, right?
Yeah,
As
pretty
accountable.
much. Same thing. Yeah. Accountable sounds more formal in the sense like, you're responsible for these. You're accountable for what's going on.
Okay, accountable is used a lot in a work environment.
Yeah.
A lot. Okay, now this is our first example.
She is accountable for the project's success. She is accountable for the project's success.
Okay, so now in a job interview, okay, how do we use this word?
You could describe things that you were responsible for in the past. I was accountable for the expenditures in my office. I was accountable for handling management problems at my previous job.
I was accountable for not only in jobs that this word is not only used in jobs that are in an office, okay? No solo en una oficina. Esta palabra se puede usar también en otros aspectos. Like, for example, I was accountable if you're a mechanic, if you are a construction worker, you could say I was accountable for a certain area, okay? A certain part of the
like inventory of resources, things like that.
Next word.
Adaptive. 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 Adaptive.
¿Qué es adaptable? But we do have in English adaptable.
Yeah.
Yes?
Which is the same, yeah.
So adaptable, adaptive, synonymous.
Able to change with whatever comes my way, whatever happens at work, I'm able to roll with it,
Okay, so this is the example we have.
An adaptive employee adjusts quickly to change. An adaptive employee adjusts quickly to change.
Now, how do we use this word in a job interview?
Well, you could tell somebody in a job interview that you're adaptive, meaning that you're able to change. And that's what they want to see, especially in today's work environment. Are you able to pivot, to change at work?
Okay, I am adaptable. I am adaptive. Okay, I have an adaptive personality. Okay, and you can always give examples of what you did in the past.
How you changed in your job role.
Okay, next.
Agile. 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 Agile.
Ágil. Now, this does not mean agile as in physical, okay? Not physical. Agile as in personality, again, okay? This is the example we have.
Our agile team delivers results quickly. Our agile team delivers results quickly.
So basically, we're talking about being fast. Being fast at work.
Yes.
Not physically, but just fast in your work environment.
Yeah, like responding to a situation, responding to a problem. You're agile. You can do it quickly.
Okay. Now, in a job interview, we could say I was agile in my previous job. I was fast. It's called turnaround, right? Turnaround to provide
a service or something for a customer.
Exactly. Okay, next word.
Analytical. 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 Analytical.
Escuchen esa pronunciación. Lyrical. Okay? Y es analítico. Okay? Now, why is this important? Let's show our example.
He has an analytical approach to solving problems. He has an analytical approach to solving problems.
Now, what does it mean?
Well, it means he studies the problem. It means that you're able to study what's going on so you can fix it. What's the best way to fix the problem, the process, deliver for the customer? You're very analytical, very thoughtful about what's going on.
Think before you do something, okay? In a job interview, they usually want you to say, they want to know that you are an analytical person,
Right.
okay? That you analyze a problem before acting, okay?
Exactly.
Okay. Next word.
Articulate. 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 Articulate.
Okay, ¿qué significa elocuente? Let's make a distinction here, okay? Articulate is an adjective. Adjective. We're describing maybe a person, right? How they are. Articulate.
Articulate. Articulate is a verb.
Okay. Now, this is the example.
She is articulate and explains ideas clearly. She is articulate and explains ideas clearly.
Now, why do people want you to be articulate?
Well, that way you can communicate well with others, not just your co-workers, your supervisors, but also customers.
It is important to be able to talk to the customer.
Clearly, where they can understand what you're talking about.
Okay. Now, let's move on.
Assertive. 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 Assertive.
Asertivo. Okay, asertivo. Now, let's look at the example we have.
He is assertive during meetings. He is assertive during meetings.
Now, why do we want somebody to be assertive?
Well, you don't want someone who is timid. You want to be able to express yourself without fear. You want to be able to go into a meeting and get your point across.
Okay, so you want somebody to be assertive. Okay, and they might ask during an interview, how were you assertive in the past?
Yes, and it's also something they can see in the meeting. They'll ask you questions, and how assertive you are will show when you give an answer. So you want to be kind of like, going after it a little bit.
Next word.
Attentive. 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 Attentive.
Okay, ¿qué significa atento? Okay. Now, let's look at the example we have.
The attentive manager noticed the issue immediately. The attentive manager noticed the issue immediately.
Now, why do we want somebody attentive?
Well, you want someone who's able to listen, not just with their ears, but with their eyes, right? See a problem and fix it and address it. And being attentive means that you're listening and you're observing what's going on.
Attentive means that you are paying attention, okay? You're paying attention.
Yeah,
that's really what it means.
Yeah, and you're also paying attention and you're a little proactive in solving problems.
Okay, next word.
Authentic. 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 Authentic.
Escuchen esa pronunciación, ¿verdad? Auténtico. Now, why do we want somebody authentic?
You want someone who is not fake, someone who's real.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Somebody authentic is somebody that will get along also with people because they're not faking it.
Yeah.
They're not being fake maybe with colleagues, coworkers, maybe with customers. So you want somebody authentic. Okay.
Yeah, and normally an authentic person is also someone who's going to tell you the truth. They're not going to just tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what really is the problem or what really is going on. Authentic.
Now, this is the example we have.
She is authentic in her communication. She is authentic in her communication. Okay. So she's real. She's not lying. She's telling you the truth.
Yes.
Autonomous. 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 Autonomous.
Autónomo. Now, this is the example we have.
He works autonomously with little supervision. He works autonomously with little supervision.
Now, why do we want somebody autonomous? Well, because that's exactly right? We don't want to be on top of the person the
Right.
entire time.
Yeah, it means that they can work independent without having someone having to guide them all the time and getting a job done. So you want to be able to tell your employer, hey, listen, once I learn this job, I'll be able to complete this job without any supervision.
Yes, exactly. Basically, what you're saying in the interview is you will not have to be over me all the time.
Right.
Okay? I can do this job.
Without supervision and sometimes even without help because I know the job.
Next word.
Benchmarking. 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 Benchmarking.
Que significa orientado a la comparación. Okay? Now, this word is used a lot in, this is more in the banking area. It's also used in teaching. And it's basically setting a bar, right? And, how are we comparing to others?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you can think of benchmark as a goal, right? So if you have benchmarks, you have goals to meet. Benchmarking is meeting those goals or going above them.
Yeah.
So when you say I'm benchmarking, you're benchmarking means that you're meeting your goals and maybe even going above them.
Okay, so an example that we have.
Benchmarking helps companies improve performance. Benchmarking helps companies improve performance.
And if you are in a job interview and they actually ask you, what is benchmarking? You can say that.
Yeah, it's goals or standards they want you to meet, maybe in a certain time period or over a period of time. So,
and that it helps improve performance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bias aware. Bias aware. Bias aware.
Okay. Significa ser consciente de los sesgos o prejuicios. Okay. Y es algo muy, muy importante, especialmente en el ambiente de hoy día. Okay, so this is an example that we have.
A bias-aware leader seeks fair decisions. A bias-aware leader seeks fair decisions.
So what does it mean? If you have to explain that in an interview, okay, what is bias-aware?
Yeah, well, it's an idea that we all have biases, and as a leader or as an employee, you have to understand that and still have to come up with a decision that's not influenced by those biases.
It have to be fair.
Very fair.
So this next word is the most important word.
Yes, we think it is.
Yeah.
Bilingual. 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 Bilingual.
Bilingue.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is something that you want to say when you go to a job interview, right?
Right. It's very important. It's
I'm bilingual. I speak English and Spanish. I speak Italian and English. Whatever your language is. Okay?
Or the more languages, the better.
Okay, this is our example.
She is bilingual and speaks English and Spanish. She is bilingual and speaks English and Spanish. Okay.
So, and they might test. If a job requires language, they might give you a test. So.
And being bilingual is a very good thing to have.
Yes.
Yeah. Business-minded. Business-minded. Business minded.
Orientado a los negocios. Okay. Now, what is the example that we have?
He is business minded and understands company goals. He is business minded and understands company goals.
Why do companies want you to be business minded?
They want you to keep your eye on making money, performing tasks, understanding that, you're in a business and you need to think about that first
Okay.
when making a decision.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Have the business mentality.
Mm-hmm. Understand numbers, finances, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Next word.
Candid. 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 Candid.
¿Qué significa sincero, honesto, digamos? Okay, and why do we want somebody to be candid?
Because normally that means they're honest and they're going to tell you something you may not want to hear. Sometimes being honest in a meeting or in the workplace, it's not always easy because people don't like to hear bad news. So if you're candid, it just means you're honest and you're going to tell them the truth.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So this is our example.
Mm-hmm. She gave candid feedback about the project. She gave candid feedback about the project.
Okay, and I guess you could say that they might ask in a job interview, how were you candid in your previous job? Mm-hmm. What did you, how did you provide feedback?
Mm-hmm. And it's also something you can just state, hey, I'm a very candid individual and I like to speak my mind and tell the truth. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. Capable. 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 Capable.
Capaz.
Mm-hmm.
In a job interview, you want to say that you're capable by maybe providing examples.
Right, or your work history, yeah. Capable is basically, can you do the job? Are you able to complete the task we're asking you to do? So, yeah, it's very important because if you're not capable, they're not going to hire you.
Exactly. Now, this is an example we have.
He is a capable professional. He is a capable professional.
So, yes, I am capable of doing, they might ask you, are you capable of doing this job?
Yeah, or they may ask, are you capable? And they want you to describe the steps in a particular task. So, yeah, it's very important that you're capable to do the job.
Okay.
Client-centric. Client-centric. Client-centric.
Orientado al cliente.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit why. Why do we want to hire somebody that's client-centric?
Right. Well, if you understand the importance of the client, the customer, and you focus on, hey, everything I do is to make the customer happy, or make the client happy, give them what they want, then you understand what your job is. Now,
another way to say it is customer-focused.
Customer-oriented.
Customer-oriented.
Mm-hmm.
So there are different ways, but they're all saying the same thing.
It's the same concept.
Same thing.
Focus on the client.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they're happy, because if they're happy, we'll have good business. Mm-hmm.
Now, for teachers, we use the word student-centered. Student-centered or student-focused, okay? So it's the same thing, okay? Mm-hmm. You focus on your client, your customer, okay? Now, this is the example we have.
A client-centric company focuses on customer satisfaction. A client-centric company focuses on customer satisfaction.
Very, very important, okay?
Yeah. Collaborative. 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 Collaborative.
Colaborativo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is very important if you have to work with a team.
Right. Do you work well with others? Can you get along with everybody on the team, at the company, So it's very important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they might ask, how were you collaborative in the past?
Yeah, that's where you would explain about a team you were on and how you work together to solve a problem.
Exactly, exactly. Teamwork. Okay, this is an example.
She is collaborative and enjoys teamwork. She is collaborative and enjoys teamwork.
They will always ask, how are you working with a team?
Yeah, how do you get along with other people?
So this is very, very important.
Very important. Composed, 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 composed.
Escuchen esa pronunciación. ED at the end is a t.
Yeah.
Okay, composed.
Yeah.
Composed.
Composed.
Okay, ¿qué significa sereno? Okay, sereno.
Yeah.
Now, why is this important?
Well, you got to stay calm under pressure, right? You got to keep focused and be professional. You can't let the situation
Get the best of you.
get the best of you.
Get the best of you. So, for example, if a customer comes in and is screaming,
You have to keep your composure. You have to stay calm.
you have to stay composed.
Yeah, be professional.
Be professional. You cannot slap people.
Yeah. You can't let your emotions get the best of you.
Exactly. Okay. Now this is an example.
He remained composed under pressure. He remained composed under pressure.
Excellent example.
Conscientious, 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 conscientious.
Conscientious is concienzudo, okay, o concienzuda. And an example that we have.
She is conscientious and pays attention to details. She is conscientious and pays attention to details.
Now, why is this important?
Well, think of conscientious as being like thoughtful and really thinking about what your actions can do to other people. So if you're conscientious about the way you're acting, the way you're performing, then you understand how it can affect others.
Exactly. Okay.
Consultative, 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 consultative.
Consultivo. Okay. Now, why is this important?
Because it's important for you to be able to communicate with other people, clients, co-workers, to consult with, so you can express and get the information you need to help them with their problem or find their solution or sell them something.
And this is a good example that we have.
He uses a consultative approach with clients. He uses a consultative approach with clients.
Okay, let's keep going.
Cross-functional. Cross-functional. Cross-functional.
Interfuncional. Okay, and what is this? What is it?
Well, if you're a member of a team or a group of people working in an office, that you can do other people's jobs. So if you're able to back them up in their jobs, then you're cross-functional and you become more valuable to the company.
Yes, and to the team, right?
And to the team, yeah, ultimately.
Yes. So this is a good example that we have.
The cross-functional team solved the issue together. The cross-functional team solved the issue together.
So it's something very, very important during a job interview to be able to say that you could
understand other people's roles on the team or in the company. You know, not only that you can do them, but if you understand what they do, then you see where you belong in the puzzle.
Yeah.
Curious, 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 curious.
Curioso o curiosa. Now, why do we want to say that we're curious during a job interview?
Because when you're curious, that means you want to learn. You want to find out more about the function, the job, the company. You know, you're interested in something when you're curious.
Exactly. So you can say that in a job interview. You could say, I am a very curious person and I like to learn new skills. I like to learn new things about the company, about my job.
Yeah.
You know.
The way you can say it also is like, I'm curious about this role in the company, meaning you're interested in it and you want to learn more about it.
Okay, a good example that we have.
She is curious and loves learning new skills. She is curious and loves learning new skills.
Okay.
Data driven. Data driven. Data driven.
Orientado por datos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what does it mean?
Well, it means that data is information. And what drives you and how you deal with things is the results, the data. So when you say that you're data driven, it means that it's real. It's about numbers. It's about benchmarks. It's about a lot of different things that are results of what's going on. The data. Okay.
Well, you're making decisions based on that data. You're
Right.
making the decisions based on the information you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's thought to be more accurate when you say something is data driven because the numbers don't lie.
So in a job interview, you could say, I am a data driven person. This is how I work. I look at my numbers, and based on those numbers, I adjust my work. I adjust whatever it is that
the process, whatever it is that needs to be adjusted, so the data reflects what you want it to.
Yes. An example?
The company makes data-driven decisions. The company makes data-driven decisions.
Okay.
Decisive. 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 Decisive.
Decisivo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, why do we want to hire somebody that is decisive?
We want someone who's willing to make a decision. And when someone is indecisive, they can't make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So you want somebody that is decisive, that can make a decision and stand by it.
And this goes along a little bit with the assertive.
Mm-hmm.
When we say assertive,
exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can make a decision. You're decisive. Okay, an example?
He is decisive when facing difficult choices. He is decisive when facing difficult choices. Meaning he's willing to make a decision, even when it's tough. Dependable. 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 Dependable.
Confiable. Okay. Now, why do we want somebody dependable?
Probably one of the most important characteristics a person can have is being dependable. They're going to show up. They're going to do the job. They're going to be a person of their word. They're dependable. You can count on them.
And this word goes along with autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
This one goes, go along with the autonomous, because you are dependable. They can trust that you're going to do things on your own. They can trust that, like you said, that they're coming to work, that they get the job done.
Yeah, and dependable is more of a broader term than autonomous, because this has to do with just even working as a member of a team. They can count on you to show up. As simple as just showing up to work. You're dependable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An example?
She is dependable and always delivers on time. She is dependable and always delivers on time. Inclusive. 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 Inclusive.
Inclusivo. Now, we are not just talking about different races or different nationalities. We're talking about opinions, right?
Opinions, different parts of the company. Anytime you're bringing a bunch of people or groups of people together, you're inclusive. You're letting everyone have a little say in what's going on. You're willing to let other people talk and understand the process and give input. So you're inclusive.
Okay. And a good example?
An inclusive leader values every opinion. An inclusive leader values every opinion.
So it's also about respect.
Yeah.
It's about respecting
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
Okay?
You don't necessarily have to agree with people, but at least you're willing to listen to what they have to say.
Mhm.
Influential. 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 Influential.
Influyente. Okay? Now, when we're talking about influential, we're talking about being able to influence people,
Yeah.
not
influence
just
other-
your coworkers, but customers.
Be anybody. If you can influence them, try to get them to understand and to accept what you're saying, it's a good thing, right? If you can have influence people in a positive sense.
Into buying things for
Mhm.
you know, from your company.
Or influence employees to do certain tasks that maybe they don't want to do for some reason.
So
Yeah.
now a good example.
She is influential within the organization. She is influential within the organization. Meaning she can influence people inside the organization, inside the company.
Okay.
Innovative. 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 Innovative.
Okay. Pronunciación, innovative.
Mhm.
Innovador. Okay. Now, why?
Well, you want people to be able to invent solutions to problems. Okay. Innovative just basically means to solve something, to fix a process, to come up with a new way of selling something. You're very innovative, you know, even in thought, right? It has a very innovative thought process.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now let's check out the example.
The team developed an innovative solution. The team developed an innovative solution.
Yes, innovation is something that every company is looking for,
Right.
especially now.
Yeah.
Especially now. What is something new that you can bring? What is something? How can you make
Right.
things new?
And are you able to invent things, reinvent yourself? You know, yeah, that's what they're looking for. Insightful. 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 Insightful.
Perspicaz. Okay. Now, what would be a use for insightful?
Well, I think insightful is also having a good, clear perspective on how things work and having a clear view of the processes. So if you're insightful, you can, you know, have some knowledge about what you're talking about, and you see the problem.
So a good example that we have.
His insightful comments improved the discussion. His insightful comments improved the discussion.
Okay.
Intuitive. 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 Intuitive.
Intuitivo, okay, or intuitiva. And why is important to be intuitive?
Well, intuitive means the ability to pretty much almost understand what someone might be doing or thinking before they do. So you kind of have an intuitive. From your past work history, you understand how things work in the processes. So being able to be intuitive means you can understand or almost predict what someone's going to be or do.
Now, a good example?
She has an intuitive understanding of customers. She has an intuitive understanding of customers. Meaning she understands customers. She has a good way of dealing with them.
Now, all these words, you have to think, what examples can you provide in a job interview? If they ask you, are you an intuitive person with our customers? Give us an example of what you did in the past. Write in the comments. Write in the comments. Think of a question that they can ask you in a job interview and write it.
Yeah, about any of these words or concepts, you know, if you don't quite understand them or if you think you've heard them used in a job interview before, put them in the comment section. Judicious. 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 Judicious.
Juicioso, okay, or juiciosa. Now, how can we explain this word without using judicious?
Well, you can explain it like he uses standards and and educational knowledge or practical knowledge to make a decision very judiciously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So judicious is like showing good judgment when making decisions or speaking to other people. You think of someone who has some wisdom or someone that uses, is honest and in good in what they think and what they say.
So prudent,
Prudent, yeah.
cautious.
Cautious.
Those are the synonyms.
Yeah.
What is a good example that we have?
Oh. He made a judicious decision. He made a judicious decision.
Okay. This is a hard word.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Knowledgeable. 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 Knowledgeable.
Con conocimientos. Okay. Now, why is it important in an interview to be knowledgeable?
Well, you got to know how to do the job, right? So being knowledgeable means you have the knowledge, the education, the experience to do the job.
Mm-hmm. And you can say it, right? I'm knowledgeable about this process, okay? And, this is my knowledge. This is how I, you know.
And what they'll basically, how they get to this is either through your education or your background, your prior jobs. That's how they find out if you're knowledgeable for the job or not.
So our example is?
She is knowledgeable about the industry. She is knowledgeable about the industry. KPI focused. KPI focused. KPI focused.
Okay. Orientado a KPI. What does it mean? Okay.
Well,
KPI means?
Key performance indicators. A lot like what we talked about before with benchmark. These are performance indicators that you understand that need to be met, either by like sales quotas or callbacks or things that the team needs to accomplish in a certain time. Okay, so it's a lot like benchmark, but it normally has to do with performance of the people on your team.
So let's see an example.
A KPI focused manager tracks performance carefully. A KPI focused manager tracks performance carefully.
Okay. Rendimiento. Okay. Performance is everything in a company.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's everything. Being able to track that is everything.
Right. Like with programmers, how much code can they do without mistakes? Things that they can literally track and see how you do.
Yes. And also, well, yes. And also, I mean, when you talk about performance, is everything. It's every single field. Okay.
Yeah. Hardworking. 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 Hardworking.
Trabajador. Trabajadora. Okay. And that is, I mean, if you're in a job interview, you have to say that you are hardworking.
Right. You don't want to tell them you're lazy in a job interview. I mean, it's a basic concept.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be you want to be known as a hardworking person.
And this applies to every field, every career, okay?
Every job.
You have to be a hardworking construction worker, a hardworking mechanic, a hardworking lawyer,
hardworking teacher,
have to be a hardworking taxi driver. Okay?
That's what they want to hear.
Everybody has to be hardworking. That's what they want to hear in a job interview.
Yeah.
Okay. An example?
He is responsible and hardworking. He is responsible and hardworking.
And you can say that in an interview. Yeah. I am responsible and hardworking.
Yep.
Okay, you can say that. Okay.
You should. Level-headed. Level-headed. Level-headed.
Equilibrado o equilibrada. Okay. This one goes along with composed.
Yeah.
This one goes along with composed. Okay. Because when a crisis comes up.
Yeah, when things get really heated, when things get bad, you want someone who can stay calm and focused and make good decisions. You want them to be level-headed.
So they could ask, are you a level-headed person? Or tell us about a time where Something happened.
That you were level-headed and made the right decision.
Yes. So an example?
She stays level-headed during crisis. She stays level-headed during crisis.
Okay. Remember, yes, composed, level-headed.
Yeah.
Okay, they're
They're kind
together.
of the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Logical, 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 logical.
Lógico.
Mhm.
Okay. We want somebody that it is logical.
Right.
Okay.
That uses logic to solve problems, to complete tasks.
Yes. And you can say that. Yes.
I'm a logical person.
I'm a logical person. I use these steps to do this task or this job.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It's important that what you're saying makes sense, that they understand.
And it goes together with analytical.
Yeah, yeah. You're logical, you're analytical.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a thinker.
Now, an example?
He presented a logical argument. He presented a logical argument.
Yes, exactly.
Methodical, 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 methodical.
Metódico. Okay, metódico. Now, this one goes again with the other two, with analytical and logical.
Yeah, but methodical leans more to that there's a method, that you use a method, a set procedure to solve problems. You use a set way that you think about things. You're methodical. You know, you go through every little detail.
Yes, yes. An example?
She follows a methodical process. She follows a methodical process.
And it's very important. And you can describe that method. You know, I'm methodical.
Yeah, but they could ask, explain the method, explain how you're methodical. And that's what you would say, well, I go through these processes when I'm trying to solve a problem. Meticulous, 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 meticulous.
Meticuloso o meticulosa. And again, very important because it goes with the others.
It's like methodical. It's like you're very precise. Everything down to the smallest detail. Yeah, everything is, you have a set way of doing things, a certain way of looking at things.
Yeah, so analytical, logical, methodical, meticulous, very important characteristics, especially on people who have to maybe assemble things.
Yeah, yeah. Detail-oriented jobs, you know, like where the details are very important.
Yes.
That's where you want to be meticulous.
An example?
He is meticulous in his work. He is meticulous in his work.
So in an interview, you can say, I am meticulous at my work.
Right.
I am meticulous with my job.
Yeah. And again, think of meticulous as detailed, very detailed about what you do.
Okay.
Metrics, literate. Metrics, literate. Metrics, literate.
Alfabetizado en métrica. Basically, this is like data-driven.
Right.
That you understand the metrics that they're following, the data that they're following.
Yeah, think of metrics as another word for data. You know, the benchmarks, all those things. That's what they're talking about. And being metrics literate means you understand those metrics. You understand each little category they're talking about when it comes to measuring performance, sales, whatever. Now,
the example we have?
A metrics literate manager understands performance data. A metrics literate manager understands performance data.
Excellent.
Yeah. Mission driven. Mission driven. Mission driven.
Impulsado por una misión. Now, this is, two words that they are expecting in job interviews to hear.
Right. It's a concept that the company has a mission statement, and that mission statement is what drives everyone forward. You know, we're thinking about what the goal is of the company. If the goal of the company is to go to the moon, well, then we're mission driven to go to the moon. Everything we do is about that mission.
So mission driven.
Mission driven.
Now this is an example.
The organization is mission driven. The organization is mission driven.
So it's very important. And you could say that during the job interview, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I am mission driven.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in my previous job, this was the mission of the company, and I did this to help achieve that mission.
Right. And that's why it's also important you do research about the company that you're interviewing so you understand their mission statement. Because they could ask you, what is our mission statement?
Yes.
Motivated. 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 Motivated.
Motivado, okay, or motivada. Okay, now, why do we want to be motivated?
Because we want to be there. You want them to know that you want to be there at work and do your job. You know, you're eager to get in there and get to work.
Yes. I am a very motivated person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're driven. You want to do the job.
Yes. Or I am motivated.
Mhm.
I want to work for this company.
Mhm.
You know,
I want to do my best.
your mission motivates me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. An example?
She is motivated to achieve her goals. She is motivated to achieve her goals.
Excellent.
Negotiation savvy. Negotiation savvy. Negotiation savvy.
Hábil para negociar. Okay. Now, this, I would say, this is a lot for sales and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I think this concept means that you are good at negotiating.
Yes.
Yeah, you can work out a deal amongst people. You can negotiate a solution to a problem. You can negotiate a sale. So when you say you're negotiation savvy, you're saying you can do it. You're good at it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, an example?
He is negotiation savvy and finds win-win solutions. He is negotiation savvy and finds win-win solutions.
Win-win solutions.
Yeah.
It means that
Both-
everybody.
Yeah.
in the-
Both sides get something out of a deal.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of times when people think about a negotiation, one side wins and one side loses. No, it can be both sides get something out of it.
Yes.
It's a win-win. Objective. 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 Objective.
Objetivo.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, objective could be a synonym to honest.
Yeah, like an
maybe
honest.
truthful.
Yeah, honest, truthful, clear, non-bias. So when someone provides an objective view of something, they're giving you an honest opinion of something.
Yes, exactly. So can you be, they could ask you that question, can you be objective,
Mhm.
you know, in this job? And this is an example.
She provided an objective assessment. She provided an objective assessment.
So it's a good word to use during a job interview.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
objective, meaning I'm honest.
Mhm.
I'll tell you how it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Operational. 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 Operational.
Operativo.
Mhm.
Now, operational.
How things literally work, how things operate together. You might have different parts of a company that come together and they form an operation. And you understanding how that all goes together is important.
Yes.
Mhm.
This is an example.
He has strong operational skills. He has strong operational skills. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Some people know the theory of how things work. Someone who's very operational actually knows how things get done.
Yes.
Optimizing. 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 Optimizing.
Orientado a la optimización. Okay. Now, what does this mean?
Well, it's the concept of getting the most out of something.
Mhm.
You know, you want to optimize your sales. You want to optimize the output of your team. You want to get the most of it.
Okay, and here's an example.
The team is optimizing its workflow. The team is optimizing its workflow.
Okay, making things better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Organized. 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 Organized.
Organizado.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is very important.
Yeah, you want to be organized.
I am an organized person, okay? When you go to an interview, I am an organized person.
Mm-hmm.
I keep things separate. I keep things organized,
Mm-hmm.
okay? One example?
She keeps her projects organized. She keeps her projects organized.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ownership mindset. Ownership mindset. Ownership mindset.
Mentalidad de propietario. Now, why is this important?
Well, it's important that in this concept, it's kind of like you own the problem, you own the project. And when you take ownership of it, meaning you're going to make sure it gets done, it's the opposite of not my problem, not my job.
Mhm.
No, it's my problem. I own this. This is something I want to do.
And in an interview, you could say, I take ownership of my projects.
Right.
I take ownership of my mistakes.
Right.
It's
Right.
very important.
So it's
okay?
the concept of owning what you do, good and bad.
Okay. An example?
An ownership mindset leads to better results. An ownership mindset leads to better results.
Okay.
People first. People first. People first.
Las personas primero. Now, this is a little bit along the lines of the client center.
Or not just client-centric, but also just your people, your team, right? Your
Everybody.
coworkers. Because the most important asset of any company is its employees. So if you put not just people first when it comes to customers, but people first when it comes to employees, if you put them first, then everything else should follow.
Yes, exactly. And you can say that in an interview.
Yeah.
I am a people first person.
I believe people are our biggest asset and we should take care of them.
Yes.
I'm a people first mindset.
Now, this is our example.
A people first culture supports employees. A people first culture supports employees.
Okay, excellent.
Performance oriented. Performance oriented. Performance oriented.
Orientado al rendimiento. Now, this goes along again with all the others, that benchmarking,
Right.
KPI,
Right.
all that stuff.
Yeah. You want your employees to perform the best. And if you concentrate on the best performance possible, then everything else will happen.
Yes, exactly. Performance is really
It's really
almost
important.
everything, yeah.
Right.
Okay, now this is an example.
He is performance oriented and goal focused. He is performance oriented and goal focused.
Okay. And you can say that in an interview.
Yeah.
I am performance oriented. I am goal focused.
Yeah, I'm performance oriented. I want to do my best job.
Llegamos a la última palabra, last word.
The last one.
And this is the number 50. And before we give you the number 50, please don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Okay? Suscríbanse, compartan el video si les es útil.
Give us one of these, thumbs up, like.
Okay. Word number 50, last one.
Persistent. 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 Persistent.
Persistente. Something that we want in sales.
Yeah. Something we want in everybody. You're not going to give up. You're going to show up and keep doing your job. You're going to keep going after it.
Yes.
Yeah. You're not going to take no as an answer. You're going to keep going.
Yes. So, and you can say in an interview, I am persistent.
I'm
okay?
very persistent.
I try different ways to do things, so I'm very persistent to
Yeah.
achieve
Right.
the goal of the company. or the
Exactly.
mission.
Exactly. You're going to achieve the goal. You're not going to give up. You're not going to quit.
Okay, an example?
She remained persistent despite challenges. She remained persistent despite challenges.
Okay, excellent.
Yay.
Okay. Estas fueron 50 palabras o vocabulario, digamos, y frases que pueden usar durante una entrevista de trabajo. Okay? Now, do you want to say anything else before we go? This could be part 1.
Yeah,
We could do part 2.
Yeah,
okay?
let
Let
us
us know in the comments.
Yeah. And hopefully, again, if you've heard of these phrases, concepts before, let us know in the comments below.
And also, try to answer those questions, like a job interview. Think about it.
Yeah.
And grab the words that we said or the phrases and write your answer. What will you say in a job interview using any of those words?
And if there's anything we miss, let us know.
We might do part 2 of this one.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Okay? Nos vemos en la próxima.
See you in the next one.